Hello and happy days to you folks. I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day today for you folks. And so today I am doing my review of Planet Coaster's recent DLC for you folks. It's called the Sorcery Pack. It's one of the first major DLCs. Oftentimes Planet Coaster, or in the genre, or other things too, like Planet Zoo or that sort of a thing too, by this company. Oftentimes have a couple of ones. One is a cheaper one for around $9 or $10 that has just 5 rides that are added to the game, and then the other one's more of a content pack, which will have 5 rides too, as well as lots of scenery, right? And that's what we do. And so we're going to be reviewing that for you folks. Now, I have liked this pack a lot. This is the Sorcery Pack. There's a bunch of DLC from urban fantasy like Harry Potter or that sort of thing too, as well as other things out there too, right? And that sort of so you can definitely check it out. And that sort of thing too. And then since I've actually built a park here with Mom, but then I have built some of these actually recently in some Let's Plays too, right? So for example, you can check that out. I built the first of these flat rides, and then which is I'll pause that for you folks. And then that flat ride is the money making, but a little pricier. It's very good stuff, and it's right over here. I think it's called the Gale Force, if I remember correctly. Yep, it is called the Gale Force. Alright, and then the next one, and then there's a flying theater too, which is over here. And that's also pretty good too. You can let me show you some of the things that you can do with that. In the customize mode to change it up. Turn it on. Let me just check it out real quick for you folks. Let me see. Here it is, customize. You can change the music. Oh, it's the thing. You can also change the sequences, what's playing, what they're showing, and that's everything too. Alright, and this does feel a little bit like that 3D theater from previous games, all the way back to the original Roller Coaster Tycoon 1. Right? That's that too. Alright, and then 3 coasters were introduced, one of which I just built in my previous one a couple of days ago, and I actually did a walkthrough of that too, and that is the Vector Kids Coaster, that sort of a thing too. And there are 3, there are already a set of blueprints in that one too. That's right over here. And since I already built that, I also did a view of that too, so people could see what the ride was like for this as well. This one's Sky Sailor. And then there are also 2 other ones that were definitely ones that people really were asking for a lot in this game. And those are the, I'll pull up for you real quick. And those are I think they're outer mechanisms. Create custom by model. I think they're called outer mechs or something like that. 2, and one of them is a sidecar, and one of them is a and that's everything too. Right, all open in a box. And so we'll take a look at those too, and look at those here today. And because I haven't built those in my parks yet or done some review walk rides and that sort of a thing too, I figured it'd be nice if we actually could do that. Right here, all in the box for you folks. So let's get started here with one of these coasters, and this is the coaster of, it's called Dork in the game. Let's just go ahead and do it. Alright, watch it. and into the torque and operation. For you folks, alright? That blueprint that you'll start with that you can get for you folks. Obviously, you can build that in the Harry Potter thing with that. Let's pull up the other one for you really quick. And then the next one over here. Sorry, how quickly? Yep, it is. This is the Ultra. This, I'll just show you real quick. Ultra Bonsai. And then you can check it out here. And it's also an LMX LSM raid coaster for you folks. And so let's go ahead and do a quick little ride 1, 2 here. That might be at a stop point on the ride already. Ride the Ultra Ball ride, then I'll show you that this right, that's what we're going to do. That stuff done for you folks. All down the line.
These are from a temple though.
Here we go. Not bad, right? Alright, we'll finish that up. Line 2 decent. Not because this is the first fantasy theme that we have seen in a while. Or it does feel like this is actually pretty nice. A few different things, right? Because I don't ever remember a fantasy theme for anything like Roller Coaster Tycoon, or as a sort of an expansion, or any of the other games that I've played, like Architect or Planet Coaster 1, right? And so I like that. And then also one of the things I like too is that you can see that there is, I have something I do every time I finish playing one of these games is like campaign modes. And then I will typically, after learning all that stuff too, I will typically set up a fun little place that I call fantasy mode. And that sort of a thing too, and which I started actually, it had about 5 or 6 hours into this the first time through, but I stopped it. And then I started it again as a let's play for folks so they can see what I do. Typically. But let's zoom in here for you folks, and then take a quick look around at all of these different things that we have here. So the first thing that you can see here on this pan are these runes that are here right on the pan for you folks, and these are pan things, and you can see how flat they are too. And then you can also see some new types of benches rather, seats, and then things like these over here. You can see like bins and lamps over there as well. And then the fences are there too, so you can check that stuff out too. You can also see that we also have those crystals that were added here too, with a few different sizes there for you folks. You can also see that armillary, which is pretty good. And then you can also see over there some candles too for you folks. We also have those plinths, those stone plinths too, and that sort of thing too. You can also add those potions at different sizes and colors too. You can also color those too. That little wizard guy that you're seeing right here, that is the mascot from this new section of the game. So that's nice. They also added a few cauldrons of the wizard's tile that you can use here, and there you'll see them around for like witches and that sort of a thing too. They also added some spiders and some webbing too. That spider over there, and then there's webbing. It kind of has a Harry Potter feel from that movie. You can also make that you can see that plant creature over here. And that sort of a thing too, that you can build your own. That's actually the one that comes with the game, but it has all the pieces there to make your own triads or ents from Tolkien, or just a Harry Potter got like the Weeping Tree. And then you can also see those rocks that I have pulled out for you folks, and all nice stuff. You can also see over here the buildings that are here too, and some of those are already done for folks. The ones I'm showing you here are the ones that actually came with it. I didn't build anything here, but you can get those ideas with those different terrains and that sort of thing too for you folks. Right, all of them done that. Let's see if I can get you a different. If I can pull out and then away for your folks, so you can get a better vantage point. You can for your folks. There we go. And then you can also see over there that statue is that character over there, and you can give it different masks or that sort of a thing. You also have different signs for runs here as well. Right, all that good stuff for you folks. And see here, just let me show you super fast some basic stuff that you can do. Now remember, this is going to be called a sorcery type in the game. So when I hit over here at the scenery section, and then I just type in sorcery, and I'm here in the all section. And if you just see me type in sorcery, you can see a lot of different things out there, from cauldrons to that armillary. That orrery, to a number of other things out there too, from the candles, the gargoyles, and that sort of thing too. Right, all of that blocks for you folks. Sorry, I typed in some other stuff while I was trying to show you. Some different stuff. You can see some ride signs, the spider, right? You can see that cauldron here. You can see a number of different statues that you can place down. A gargoyle, right? Right, it's great stuff. There are also 3 animations, 3 that you can see over here, that have been placed down too, that you can do too. Sorry, I think the word there is an animation. It's something else. Started with Disney, or remember correctly, theme parks. I'll show you here in a second. When I unpause this, but you can just see how many numbers of things are here, right? And that's everything too. Now they also have some great windows. You can build your own stuff that really aren't themed to this. You can see here, and this one over here too. And then you can also see some of the nice pieces that come with just to make your own stuff. There are also 2 sets of one is a castle or a keep, I'm not sure, and then the other one has tons of these different sets and those pieces too for you folks. And you can also see down here they also have coming with it a few different special effects for magic, and that would make sense. You can see here's a triggerable effect in the sorcery theme, and here's another one too. And then you can also over here you can also get here some smoke that seems magical in nature, right? For your rods or your steam, right? All that stuff. So now here, let me show you some of these. Here are the animatronics I have in the world. Over here. And each of those actually has a few different things to make them sound. The Hollywood. Just to show you. You can set them up here. Animation type, that's the default one. You can also have a static one cast high, right? Cast high with the sharp one cast high. Just easy in. And it's easy to see just how much different stuff actually can go. In addition to the you got the rides and how those are fun. But I'm somebody who prefers all that stuff and kind of themes and that sort of thing too, just like doing your way. Then that's also there for you. And that sort of other thing too. I did buy this for $12. I didn't get it for free. I do think it's worth the value here. That sort of thing. And I think that you're just getting so much stuff with this from the on the side of things that includes the all this scenery, or from the crystals to the potions right over here to the benches, and that's it. And so I think this is an absolutely strong stuff, right? And that sort of thing too. And so you can definitely see it. And I think that I think this is easily talented for you folks. But again, I'm biased, right? It's my first fantasy theme, but I like fantasy stuff. Well, the sorcery theme, but I didn't. But I like it. It's the first one done. It plays right into that, right? And so if you try it out, you start differently. That's fine. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Whatever your thoughts are, right? And that's sort of thing too. I'm happy to engage you with it further, no matter what your thoughts are, and that sort of a thing too, right? Just let me know. All up and down the box for you folks. But I do think that this has some great stuff. The rides are great too, and they have some coasters there that really coaster rates are. You're gonna like it a lot. And then those two have those 2 flat rods are definitely strong stuff, right? And we've already seen that in our stuff, right? So there you are. Or if it's again, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. On Saturday, I do something where I do reviews of older serials, so you can check that out too. And then I also am doing Let's Plays too, so you can check that out too. And then I also try to do older video game reviews here, but this played right on YouTube, my thing, and I thought it was great, so I did it too. But then I just did last week Guild Wars 1 for its 20th anniversary, and that sort of thing too. So you can check all those things all up in the block for it. And then on Monday, I do reviews of older tabletop RPGs like Dungeons and Dragons and role playing. Right now, I'm doing the module series. I've also done some tabletop war games, like Battletech. Right, so you can check that out there. Right now, I just did X8. I'm sorry, X7, the War Wrath from '84. And then also you can check out on those sorts of things too, right? And then I also do 3 things a week that are in the sort of things that you're reading genres, like fantasy, science fiction, and horror, that are like older books, short stories, older novels, right? That sort of a thing too, right? And so I hope those things really, really sound like your cup of tea, right? All up and down the block for you folks, right? And then if that does, then please do all the YouTube stuff, like the subscribe button, like button, all that stuff too. And then also you can do, that stuff too. And then just share it with your friends. As you can tell from finding these 7 or older things I do a week, plus Let's Plays, right, it's definitely the passion, right, of this, right? So you can check it out, dude. It's even where its name comes from too. So check out all that stuff. And then also, I just want to thank you. So very, very much for just taking some time out of your day and investing, right, and watching my video, because we all have so many things that are happening in our lives, right? And we're pulled in so many different directions too, right? So like you spent this time with me, that's incredibly humbling. And I appreciate that so very, very much. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.